everybody, welcome to the Waldock Way. Today's video is going to be a look inside our 𝐂𝐲 novel study. The only thing that you would need in addition to this novel study is a copy of Louis Sachs's 𝐂𝐲. You can either have the book or you can listen to it on Audible. Either would work well with this novel study. Let's go ahead and take a look inside this cross-curricular literature study for all ages. The first thing you have is the lesson plan. So it's going to tell you what chapters to read each week. This novel study is for 6 weeks, 5 weeks to read the book and do the different weekly activities. And week 6 is going to be a review where you get to do activities for the entire book. Weeks 1 through 5, when you're reading the book, are very similar. You'll see in just a minute. We also have the cross-curricular connections. This is where you're going to take that book and move it across all the different subjects in your homeschool. So this is activities, extensions, ideas for how to do that for math, writing, social studies, science, art, and music. You're going to have favorite quotes from 𝐂𝐲, so you can jot down favorite quotes as you read the book. And then this is where I was saying weeks 1 through 5 are very similar because each week you're going to do copy work, vocabulary work, comprehension work, creative writing, and a summary of the chapters. There's just going to be variations on it. So this is the copy work for week 1. And then down here, there is going to be kind of some instruction about that copy work, either grammar or punctuation. So this passage is going to talk about the ironic setting of Camp Green Lake because there's no lake. So it's going to go into a little bit of irony and what irony is. So we have some of that figurative language in there. Week 1 vocabulary, we're going to match the words on the left to their definitions on the right. Week 1 writing, we are going to create a Camp Green Lake flyer, and it's going to be kind of ironic and like funny with a sarcastic twist. Week 1 comprehension. And then a week 1 summary where we're going to summarize the chapters that we read that week. Again, it's going to look repetitive, but it varies enough that the kids are going to stay interested. So week 2 is copy work, and in this passage, we're going to talk about a sentence that feels a little bit off. And if your child can spot what they feel like needs to be fixed, it's going to help show how important grammar is for meaning. For the vocabulary here, we're going to write the word that matches the definition. We are going to write a letter home from Stanley to his parents for creative writing. Here's week 2 comprehension. And then week 2 summary. And again, like I said, it repeats. So here we're going to talk about pronouns when we do the copy work. We're going to actually look up these words in the dictionary to write their vocabulary and meanings down. Week 3, we're going to talk about a ballad, how to write one. And then comprehension, summary, and same things for weeks 4 and 5, again, just with varying activities. When you get to week 6, we're going to do fun things that are going to be like a review from the whole book. So we have our word search, a review crossword puzzle, designing a new book cover for the book, writing a description and drawing a picture of the story setting, identifying the theme of the book and 3 examples from the book that support this idea and theme, plotting the story, choosing your favorite character and doing an in-depth analysis, a persuasive writing book review, book and movie comparison. So this is going to be like an in-depth book and movie comparison after they've read the book and watched the movie. And then I've also included some book and movie discussion questions specific to this book. So did you find Zero's character more emotional in the book or the movie? And then we're going to go into a little bit about the film adaptation too. So like what visual or audio cues told you a flashback was beginning. So this is really going to help dig into that book and movie a little more than just like generic. It's going to dig in just a little deeper. And then we have figurative language. So what is figurative language? The different types of figurative language with the definition, examples, and why it's used. And then there are going to be 2 different figurative language activities. One will be a scavenger hunt through the book of 𝐂𝐲, and another will be a hands-on matching activity. So there will be cards with the different types of figurative language such as hyperbole, personification, simile, metaphor, all of those. and then 20 cards that have written examples from the book. So he was so thirsty he could drink the whole lake if it had any water. That's obviously a hyperbole. The wind whispered through the holes. That's personification. And you would just continue to have your child sort those. There is an answer key as well, so you don't have to worry about that. You have 9 different final project suggestions once you finish reading the book. And then an answer key in the back for the vocabulary and the comprehension and the figurative language. So if you decide to assign this book, you don't have to worry about having all of the answers or having read it in order to know the answers.